We've never really discussed that part, you know? Because my thing is this, if that man is over there kissing your neck and sucking your titties and doing all this shit here for 30 minutes, and now the poor guy's got carpal tunnel and he's got to wear one of those gloves to work for 6 months, you ain't put shit on this co-payment, you know? You made him turn the ceiling fan off because it keeps drying you out, and after all of that, he give you 10 of the best strokes he got. That's a 31-minute man, and that ain't shit to be ashamed of, fellas. That ain't shit to be ashamed of. Fuck her. Fuck that shit. And look at me, I'm a fat guy trying to fuck in the desert. I need that ceiling fan. That's medicinal wind. Who the fuck you think you are? Safety first, ladies. Safety first. I'm sitting here dropping sweat on your ass, and I'm trying not to drop sweat on you and trying to play it off, and now I gotta act like I'm bending down, kissing your neck when I'm really just trying to wipe my forehead in your pillowcase, and you got a silk pillowcase, and all I did was move all the sweat from over here to over here, and that shit is frustrating, man. That's why I started carrying one of these around. Yeah, like a head condom. Yeah. Trust me, ladies, if your man come to bed with one of these on, he's about to try to put in some work on your motherfucker. I'm serious, man. If your man come to bed wearing one of these, you better be ready. You better be stretched out and everything, you know. I'm gonna start selling these after the show. Now I'm gonna put motivational quotes on them, you know, like, you can do it, and, you know, bitch, you ain't came yet, you know. I have some bedazzled ones for you ladies, you know what I mean? Now, y'all sitting here laughing, but could you imagine me pitching this shit on Shark Tank? Good evening, Sharks. My name is Doug, and I'm seeking $100,000 for 10% equity in my company. Sharks, are you tired of fucking a bitch and sweating in her face? Well, so am I. That's why I invented the fuck buddy. That's right, Sharks. My patent pending design, one size fits all. Because let's be honest, if your head is too big for this, you're probably not getting any pussy anyway. Surely we can all agree on that. And ladies, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you either. Are you tired of fucking that ugly dude with some good dick because you gotta still look at him? Well, guess what, ladies? With one simple adjustment, you don't have to worry about that. That's right, ladies. Make this one simple adjustment, and you don't have to do doggy style. You can do missionary, doggy style if you choose, cowgirl, reverse cowgirl. I'm sorry, just had to see if y'all still looking. You know, Kevin O'Leary will say something stupid like, well, what are your numbers today? I'm like, I sold 2 at the Tempe Improv in Tempe, Arizona. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Pretty good. I could sell that shit, couldn't I? I could do that. And fuck you, you know I'd be embarrassed like a motherfucker. My mom would be like, that ain't my son. No, but I want you ladies to know that I am I know what I'm talking about when I talk about sex, okay? Even though I'm married, I got some single friends, I hear the war stories, okay? I got one homeboy in my heel, a black dude, and he goes to Black Lives Matter protest to pick up white women. Yeah. I know it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I'm good for right now. Thank you.
Really kind of fucked up. Not racist at all. When y'all was sitting here laughing at my damn uncle earlier, I ain't gonna even tell you about my other uncle. You know, he a little person. You know, don't pray for him now. That motherfucker is mean as shit. No, for real, man. I remember when I was little and he was himself. Motherfucker bit me. And my dad, his brother, punted his ass. It was really fucked up because the fire department had to use their ladder to get him out of the tree. Like he was a cat or some shit. He made it worse because he had his little arms around the fireman's neck when he was coming down the ladder. The fireman was rubbing his back. I said, that's fucked up. But he shouldn't have bit me, though. We can all agree he shouldn't have bit me, right? Y'all ready to get the show started? Now, a couple of things before we get started, okay? Now, this is New Faces of Comedy, okay? If you decide you want to come up here and try to make a bunch of people laugh that you don't fucking know, all right? Go to newfacesaz@gmail.com, okay? newfacesaz@gmail.com. Now, I want to let you know, and I always do this whenever I host a comedy show, okay? We're all in here tonight to laugh, right? That's all we want to do, okay? I don't want anybody in here clutching their pearls and none of that other shit, okay? We're not going to solve the world's problems in the next hour, okay? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, okay? All right? Now, I want to let you know that this is an open mic show, so literally anybody can walk up here that wants to do it and try to make you laugh. I will be the first one to tell you, it's really hard to make a room full of strangers laugh. You don't know what kind of day they had or anything. So if somebody has the courage to come up here and try to make you laugh, show them a little love, okay? Show them a little love even if they're not that funny, all right? No, I'm not saying no. No, goddammit, I'm telling you. No, you motherfuckers ain't listening now. I'm trying to tell you something to get ready for it. Because I'm pretty sure every joke you hear tonight ain't gonna be funny, okay? But some people coming up here tonight have been doing comedy for 3 years, some for 15, some it may be their first time, okay? So you're gonna get all levels of, comedic writing and everything, okay? So keep your expectations low, okay? Kevin Hart is not back there, okay? So everybody chill the fuck out and relax, okay? That's why see what I'm talking about? When we just got ADHD and just yell out random shit for no reason. But I still want y'all to show them some love tonight, okay? No booing, no heckling, please, okay? I don't need nobody, coming back in this motherfucker with a shotgun and trying to kill all of us because you thought that joke about your mama wasn't funny. Let that shit go, okay? We're gonna all get home safe tonight, all right? All right? All right, so you ready to bring out the first comedian? All right, calm down now, that's you. Y'all give me all that when I came out here. Fuck y'all. Okay, so the first guy I'm gonna bring out, I worked with him a couple of times, man. He's funny as hell. I was actually happy when I found out he was on the show tonight. Please show some love for Zeke.
Looks like it. No one's funny. Have a good time. So, how are you? Everybody good? Cool. 36 days today, no cigarettes. Yeah. 22 days, no weed. I'm all right. Quit both for different reasons. The cigarettes I quit. Finally got the voice I wanted. The weed I quit because I'm an adult skateboarder. Can't do both. Not if you want respect, People try to argue like, oh, the weed and the skating, I thought it went hand in hand. It's like, oh, you've never been 31? At the skate park, getting high, when you sat down, looked around, and realized, shit, all my friends are 14. Every deep conversation I have is with a kid wearing a Mohawk helmet. I'm invested in the drama at 3 different middle schools. You don't need to add weed to that, I like to smoke, it keeps me calm. I have ADHD, I have the real thing, not the fake shit that your kids have. It's like public school teachers are diagnosing kids because they don't want to teach, Public school teachers aren't doctors. A lot of the public school teachers that I know, those girls were horse in high school. And you know the type, right? Being an esthetician didn't pay well enough, and nursing was too much school. She didn't follow like a normal slutty career pipeline that goes from bottle service straight into real estate now. She teaches 3rd grade. But I got this is the real thing, man. Every time I try to organize my closet, it turns into a fashion show. 30 minutes in, not a single pair of socks have been matched, but I'm standing in my room. I'm wearing snowboard, swim trunks, a graduation gown, and a football helmet. Looking like Budget Thanos. Looking like Cuba Gooding Jr. in radio. You laugh, these are good jokes if you watch movies, you know? Just went through a breakup. Yeah, she has my favorite shirt. Yeah. I'm trying to get it back, bro. Black, long sleeve, corduroy button up, bamboo buttons. Or maybe they're walnut, but like quality wood is the point. 80-20 polyester nylon. Durable, strong, resilient, helmet straight in the wash. One of the dry cleaner in town scared me. Double pocket. Pocket flaps that protected whatever you were carrying. They always held their own. No sag, no pull, no tension on the back of the neck. Hook loop. Sewn into the crease on the back of the shirt for easy hanging. Different texture in the sleeve after the second roll, so you still look cool. Even when you were kicking back. Perfect weight on the corduroy. You've never seen rolls like this in your life. Not too thick, not too thin, not caterpillars, but not spaghetti. Multi-seasonal, can wear it whenever you want. I never dripped a bead of sweat, but brother, I never shivered. I went and ordered the same shirt, same website, same color, same size, took the same amount of time to get to my house. I tried it on. It's a completely different shirt. I don't even know if it was made in the same factory. And if it was, the guy that made the first shirt, he don't work there no more. She still has it. I have no proof, but I feel it. And she wears it. That's how good it is, a garment that transcends heartbreak. She's seeing someone new now. Well, good luck, brother. If I could say something else to him, I'd probably tell him, hey man, that's your woman, you're her man, what you guys do as a couple, that's your business. But dog, don't touch my shirt. Your joke. My name is Zayd. I'm a Palestinian Muslim American. I look white. It's the single most functional complexion on planet Earth. Wouldn't change it for the world. That's the joke. Every member of my family is either brown or has distinct Middle Eastern features. I'm the only one that came out looking like I managed Zoomies. Don't know what happened. Growing up, I would get teased. They would tell me that I was adopted. I'm not adopted. An Arab family would never adopt a white baby. They don't like being bothered. I'm not saying white kids are inconvenient. It'd just be hard to raise one on baklava, goat cheese, and pita bread because white babies are allergic to peanuts, dairy, and gluten, right? He's 11 years old. He wants to play Little League. It's like, bro, who's going to close the store? We got to explain things, otherwise they box us out of pop culture. You know, the Arabs and the Muslims, they gave us a Palestinian woman on Love Island before they ever gave us an Arab Muslim bachelor. Because the network was scared this dude would get to the final four women and just be like, yeah, I'll take them. The shirt thing was fun. You guys suck. The shirt thing was fun. I had to do this. I had to do the actual act to get you to. Yeah, as a Palestinian, people want you to explain things to them these days. I know what I know. Something about me is not. It's not convincing to the political type. You know. I feel like political people want to know that you know what they know, and my political bag is just, it's not like, what's a tariff? I don't know what a tariff. Tariff to me sounds like the teacher mispronouncing the black kid's name. Right? She's like, tariff? Or some black, what the fuck, my name is Tariq. Speaking of names, I want the name Osama back. I think it's time. America's got beef with one dude from the culture, now we can't use the name because there's a bunch of Osamas and shit's gonna happen again. That's not how names work, bro. I work with a guy named Jeffrey, I stick with a guy named Ted, you know? You know what I don't worry about? I don't worry about being raped or eaten. Also, Osama is a beautiful name. It means lion-like in Arabic, which bro was. I don't think he did it. Yeah, Bin Laden was 6'6". After 9/11, he hit in 3 countries, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia. You could look this up. The average height of men in those 3 countries, 5'6". You could be the worst CIA operative on planet Earth. 20-minute mission to find the one Middle Eastern dude built like LeBron. Shouldn't be that hard. What's our plan, boss? Look up. My cousin's name's Osama. After 9/11, he had to change his name to Oos. O-O-S, Oos. That's not even a name, that's a sound. Oos is the sound that boxers make when they're in the bag. That same cousin, after 9/11, he had a Palestinian flag tattooed on his left shoulder. Then he had to tattoo the American flag on his right. That's how much Islamophobia and racism he was getting. But how earnest is my cousin for taking all this hatred, people saying all these crazy things to him. He's like, you know how I can fix this? Hold on, actually. Hi. They got the light up? There we go. Is there a heat-seeking missile feature on that? You guys, everybody's here to see somebody, I'm assuming. You're just going to work. Mexicans? Any Mexicans in here? Nice. Yeah, Mexicans, the Arabs and the Mexicans, we got a unique bond, right? For all this and all this, you know what I'm saying? Beans. I could be your brother? I don't know. Are your parents cousins? Never mind. That's like a common thing in Arab culture, honestly. Cousins marrying cousins. Like, we joke about it. Honestly, we joke, but women call the men cousins. I swear to God, we joke about it. The men call the women property. What? In America, they associate cousins marrying cousins with the South and ugly people. That's not how it is for us. I got the baddest cousins on earth, honestly. Every time I talk to a girl who's not family, it's like playing with house money, you know? You go through a bad breakup, she's like, where are you going to find someone at home, bitch? But Mexicans are my favorite people to explain like Muslim culture to. I just like how you guys ask, you know? Because like black people ask because they might convert them. White people only ask out of fear, you know? Asians don't even ask. I had to convince a Chinese dude his country had Muslim people. I was like, yeah, bro, in China, there's a whole population of Muslim people. They're called the Uyghurs. And for their beliefs, they're persecuted. They're kept in enslavement camps. And the Chinese dude, he didn't believe me, right? And the black dude's pissed because he misheard me. God, I said Uyghurs. Sorry, tariff. So I just talked to the Mexicans. I like how they ask. You know, Mexican, you know how you guys are. You'll roast somebody, then ask a question. Fucking Aladdin. Tell me how you pray, bro. All right, we stand, we bow, we kneel, we crouch, we stand, we bow, we kneel, we crouch, we stand, we bow, we kneel, we crouch, we do it 5 times a day. This fool looked at me and he's like, damn, God only gives you out to do burpees.
Damn, hot in Arizona, man. I ain't lying. When I moved to Arizona 2 years ago, I was white. I've got to tell you, if you want to follow me on Instagram and see where I'm performing at next or whenever, you can follow me at DougBrownComedy.com, Doug Brown Comedy on Instagram. Okay? Y'all ready to be next comedian? Yeah! All right, keep that energy. Keep it up from the count. Boom, wait.
I think Doug got this because he's like, no, you're going to go. I was like, yes, I am. And I think he got upset. I apologize.
What's up, guys?
I apologize.
Hell yeah, white guy coming out the rush. What's up? Hell yeah, man. Yes, my name's Mikel. Yeah. Yeah, Mom only that one. She could have gone like 2 degrees over and just went Michael. I could have been normal.
You got skills.
Oh, man. And my last name is Bullwinkle. We all heard that, right? Yeah. My I'm not talking about the moose. I refuse. I refuse, man. But that last name and that combo is not good when you're an awkward guy. It doesn't gel well. It doesn't, man. I've gotten to the point now in life where I just roll with what everyone calls me. I'll be in public now, and someone will be like, yo, Vicky. And I'm like, what up? And they're like, no, Vicky behind you. And I'm like, no, I'm Vicky now. Because I'm awkward, right? Yeah. I get called Miguel a lot. Yeah, we can see me, right? Yeah, I look more like a barista Hitler Youth. You know, like, yeah. Now my hair, guys, it just does this. Yeah, I might get up in the morning and just trying to see Kyle, and I'm like, no. Shoot, man. Happens at Starbucks, of all places, like all the time. I order my unsweetened iced green tea, which I feel is a good giveaway. And then they're like, here you go, Miguel. I'm like, all right, here we go. Viva la raza! Because I'm awkward. I don't know Spanish. I just heard it once, and I just went with it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, guys, man? So I did a big boy decision a couple weeks ago. I bought a car. Yeah. Typical millennial, buying a car instead of a house. Yeah, man. But I fucked up a little bit because I bought an electric car. And I need a house to charge it. And I live in an apartment on the second floor. I did not think this through, guys. I was just like, let's go, mania, woo! You know, it didn't work out, no. But what I did, though, is I just reached into my bag of white trash tricks, and I just got her an extension cord. Yeah, it's like that thick. It's awesome. My neighbor hates it every time I plug it into their dryer. You know, I'm like, what up? I call it Green Billy, whatever. You know, it's stupid, man. One thing I like about having that car is it's pretty zippy. It's fast, man. Every day we see the Teslas out there trying to kill us, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a Nazi. So I don't have a Tesla. Yeah, man. I have a Chevrolet because I'm an American. Yeah. Woo! Hell yeah. No, it's fun though. I'm a very safe driver. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I am. My biggest pet peeve is when people pass me on the right. Oh, it drives me crazy. I hate it. Especially when it's like a dude in an F-150. So like I said, that thing's zippy. So every time that happens, I'm just like, no. No. They hate it. They get so angy in their big trucks and their tires and their little wieners. And I'm just sitting there bricked up, guys. I'm hard. Don't look. Don't look. I'm not driving. You won't see anything. You won't. But no, hey, I stopped watching porn because of it, guys. Yeah, I just get stuck in traffic now. It's awesome. My girlfriend hates it every time I ask her to go for a drive. It's awesome, guys. It's man. So I also grew up a Mormon. Woo! No. Why would you? No. So drugs were like a late introduction for me in my life. Like I was 31 until I smoked weed. Nerd! Right? And I didn't buy it in like a cool way. I bought it from my friend who had a medical card in an Albertsons parking lot. Not from my friends in high school who bought it from a meth head in Sunny Slope, you know? Yeah. But when I bought it, I bought an eighth of weed and I smoked the whole eighth. Guys, I didn't get high, I got scared. Yeah, I'm a big Pink Floyd fan. I don't know if any of you guys are. Yeah, so you gotta listen to Dark Side of the Moon when you get high, right? Yeah, there's voices in that. Did you guys know there's voices in the backtrack? I was spending the whole time trying to find them in my closets. So what my friend told me though is if you get too high, it's okay. Just take a shower, rub one out, and you'll be okay. So I did. And like I said, I grew up Mormon, so that was also the first time I ever masturbated. It was awesome, guys. Why are we having sex with women? I mean, come on. All right, guys, my name is Mikel Bowenthal. Thank you so much.
Round for Eric, please. Y'all ready for your next one? Yeah. Sure. Why not, right? All right, we'll show some love for Eric Scott.
Thank you. I think he actually only called the last guy, Eric. Give it up for Mikel, right? Give it up for Zed. Hilarious dude. Every time I see him, funny. You know, and had a funny point about it, Osama. I'm just wondering where this crowd is. Just like, what do you think about Hitler? Can we start bringing that name back, or are we not quite ready for that yet? Seeing where this pearl clutching is at. Where is that pearl clutching? So I'm new to the scene. I've been going out almost every night during the summer, and it's really hard doing stand-up. Trying to build an audience, like when you don't know people, you have to go to these places, and you got to gauge where that pearl clutching begins, because people like get real upset. You know, it's like, oh my God, you made a joke about Jesus. He's my homeboy. Shit, he said that about Trump. What? And one of the best experiences is going out and bombing, actually. I think it's just a really good learning experience. When you go out, it's really strange when people bring their kids to these places. I bombed so many friendly places with kids, I changed my name to Israel. Where is that pearl clutching, everybody? Where is here to laugh? The first thing that came in the mail, too, was the Epstein list. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not coming out. No matter how much you beg. But we know who's on there, right? I'm a bit of a political junkie. I can only watch the news I'm high on Vicodin. Give it up for Vicodin. I got a bigger response than I thought. What's funny of going out and trying these places too is like, I get help from my parents. Like my mom recently for that joke, she was just like, you should try Oxy instead. Like I think it'll be a lot funnier. It's not. I tried it the other day and that cut right through the room. Like, oh my God, those people have directly been affected by Oxy. There's something a little bit more family friendly with Vicodin. It's a little more family friendly, Joe. Sorry, Mom. She was like, but I like Oxy. And I'm like, I know. Yeah, so I saw a funny billboard the other day. It said, the new meth 2.0. Surely we got to be on like Meth Sierra Vista or XP or something. We're only on edition 2.0. Who comes up with that stuff too? Like, is there a Bill Gates of meth that like decides the new edition comes out? And don't you think that would excite meth users? You know, I feel like anytime I see like a software update, like on the PlayStation, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, update. You know, meth people, they just might be like, oh fuck yeah. 2.0. So I do love the news here to see where this pearl clutching is, because man, the news, it really, you learn some crazy stuff out there. And this is one of my favorite news articles that I feel like I've ever seen. This is so fucking wild. It was man arrested in undercover dog sex operation. Sorry, lady with the dog out there. I know, be careful. These people exist. It's wild. So I read it, this guy, he's going on Craigslist, and there's a whole underground world. People prostituting their dogs. This lady, she's like, I can see it in her face. Listen, I did not do this, lady. I'm just reading the news article. It's wild. They're going on Craigslist, and there are people who are like prostituting dogs. And then there's a whole criminal unit dedicated to finding these people. It's, you know, like, thank God, you know. I'm in. And I just thought, like, how disappointing that would be for an overzealous police officer, like getting into the force and finding out like where you're assigned. Marcus to narcotics. Reynolds to homicide. Cortez trafficking. Brian, dog fucking unit. I must have missed that Law and Order too. Dun 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 dun. Law and Order, DFU, dog fucking unit. It's crazy. People are crazy out there. I can't believe it. So, I'll leave you here with this one. I turned 38 this year. I feel like as you're getting older, just, you really tell like things just hit you differently. And something I feel like, anyone get a brain freeze so bad you'd rather just kill yourself? That guy. I just feel bad for my wife having to explain that they found me with like a gun in one hand and a popsicle stick in the other. That bubblegum SpongeBob was too much. We had to end it all. All right, my name is Eric Scott. Please look me up on Instagram.
We're just going to go ahead and keep this party going. How about that? Show some love for Nick Stamos.
Now it's better than shorts. When you're going on the song, cause I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene. I said, I like to stand in the crowd and watch people wonder, damn, think about it.
I look taller up here. Alright guys, my name's Nick Stamos. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Thank you. The longest I've gone without a drink was 13 years. And then I turned 14. I celebrated with whiskey, cocaine, and birthday cake. My mom asked if I wanted to blow out the candles, and I was already rolling up a little $1 bill. So I grew up in Reno, Nevada. If you guys haven't heard of Reno, it's kind of like Las Vegas's little brother that lives in a trailer and knows where to find meth and a blowjob at 3 a.m. I look this way because my mom is German, Irish, Scottish, Dutch, and my dad, he's a leprechaun. So we got any weed smokers in here? All right. So weed's super strong these days. Whenever I smoke weed, I get so high and paranoid that I think everyone's after my Lucky Charms. I'm so Irish that I think liver failure is an excuse to try harder. As some of you may know, Irish like to drink, Irish like to fight. And as an Irishman, I am very proud to say that the only fight I have ever lost was to a bottle of whiskey. Turning the page. Alright, as a kid, I aspired to be an architect. My grandfather was an architect. I made it all the way to alcoholic. I once went to a 12-step program, AA, and I left there for the 12-pack program, sponsored by AB, Anheuser-Busch, not Aryan Brotherhood. I don't know. So there's always a time for drinking. The Native Americans, it's called a powwow. The Latinos, it's called a fiesta. African Americans, it's called a cookout. And the Irish, it's called breakfast. If you get pulled over in Ireland, the DUI test is taking an Irish car bomb while doing a river dance. And in Reno, if you get pulled over for a DUI, the DUI test is drinking an Irish car bomb and doing a river dance. There's slot machines everywhere in Reno. I went to the grocery store for eggs. It cost me $269. Downtown Reno is the only place where you can gamble your paycheck, you can win it all back, and then proceed to purchase mushrooms in an alleyway while watching two crackheads fight over a dime bag behind a dumpster. And that usually ends in a blowjob. And now I have all the mushrooms and a dime bag. And somehow that was still not the worst decision I made that week. So I wanted to combine a strip club and a dispensary. I think that'd be kind of fun. Your pre-rolls come with free cum. You get blunt wraps and buttholes. You can get CBDs and STDs. I think I'd call it silicone and sativa. Kind of has a ring to it. You can buy cocaine and cannabis off a girl named Motormouth Molly. It's a stripper name. I'm 40. I'm turning 41 this month, actually. And as I get older, I'm trying to exercise more and eat my vegetables. The hardest thing about eating vegetables is putting them back in their wheelchairs. I went to the doctor the other day, and during my checkup, the doctor asked if anything hurt, you know, and I told him, yeah, my ass hurts. And he looked at me, he's like, where exactly does it hurt? And I told him the entrance. And he said, I think as long as you keep calling the entrance, it's going to be sore. So when people find out that I don't drink, they always ask, you know, why don't you drink? Do you have a drinking problem? And it was like, no, Karen, I didn't have a fucking drinking problem. I was really good at it. You know, if you notice, no one ever asks you if you tell them you don't do heroin, like, oh, why don't you do heroin? You know, no one ever asks if you don't do meth, oh, why don't you do meth? And let's see where I'm at. Oh, so, I'm trying to go off script, and I'm new to this. So anyway, they ask you have a meth problem, and I always tell them, if you consider giving tweakers blowjobs in an alleyway behind a Denny's for a dime bag a problem, then I probably have a meth problem. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you very much.
Music, maybe it's a habit. I got music, even if it's jazz or the quiet storm. I can beat up, I'm loaded in a hip-hop form. Right around every food.
Fuck y'all looking at me for? Y'all ready for the next meeting? Okay, show some love for Bryce Mayberry.
It's not that I hate lesbians, I just hate extra competition, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm fat and overweight, so women are beautiful, so it's like, of course you're gonna get the bitch over me. But with that being said, recently I've been exclusively chasing white women. Anybody else out here? Just thinking that was a white woman. But so I was leaving a club a couple of days ago, or about a month ago, and you know I see this group of white chicks, so I'm like, let me spark up a conversation. I asked her if there's an after-hours club, you know, that keep the party cracking. And this bitch goes, I'm lesbian. And I'm all like, okay, so am I. I chase bitches like, all right, cool. So you know where the after-hours party is, you know? And she's all like, did you not fucking hear me? I'm lesbian. And I was all like, yeah, I fucking heard you, but again, where's the after-hours club? And then she goes, do you want to get fucked up? And me, I took it like, hell yeah, like I'm with you. Up, left, right, down, you know, all the directions, but all right, I was like, hell yeah, you know, that's a quick response. And like, oh, did I mention she was like, yeah, right? So she got extra angry at me, and like, my spidey sense was going off like, angry white woman over there. And as a black man, I like, when that shit happens in public, my instinct is just like the cops. I gotta put my fucking hands up like, yo, this bitch is going crazy. And I didn't even, like, except for her telling me she was a lesbian, I didn't expect her to turn to Xena Warrior Princess, and this bitch started, she like got this weird, crazed look in her eyes after I said, yeah, I'm gonna get fucked up, you know? And she goes, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I put my hands up, and no joke, her face gets all crushed. scrunched up. She charges back a punch like this and runs at me full speed. Now, I wasn't that drunk, but I'm also not about to let no lesbian get me. Like, that's fucking crazy. So, like I said, I put my hands up, right? And when she swung at me, I just gave her like the Bull Toro fucking ta. And then this bitch hits the ground. And I don't know if you guys know this, but when white women hit the ground, everybody pays attention. And me, big black man, standing by her with my hands up, like, you feel the crowd. All these dudes, hey, yo, you just threw that bitch on the ground? And I'm like, hell no, my hands are up. What are you talking about? You know, so luckily I was with a couple of my friends, and he started yelling, no, she's crazy. That bitch has rabies. Like, he was just saying random shit, you know? And me, I still have my hands up like a fucking goofball. And when everybody's like thinking that I really threw her down. So she gets back up and I'm all like, yo, you guys better get her, because if I fucking punch her in the face, then everybody's gonna be like, big bad black man, you know? And sure enough, nobody stopped her. And she came at me again, so I had to Bull Toro her ass to the ground again. So as that's happening, people break it up, and it was the end of the night, so club, there's always police, so then they get involved. And my friend was filming the whole thing, and she had a little crowd with her, and as he's filming, one of her friends is like, she's fucking drunk. Like, that's fucked up. You shouldn't film her. He's all like, no, that's my black brother. I gotta protect him. And then her crazy ass friend starts trying to chase my friend, and they fall, a bunch of shit happens. Cell phones get thrown. But the craziest thing is, I try to be still peaceful here, I'm like when the police ask us if we want to press charges, I'm like, nah, everybody's fucking drunk and stupid like that. And then over the radio, this bitch, she goes, he tried to rape me. Swear to God. I'll post it. I got a video of it too. And when she said that, like, I was all like, who the fuck is she talking about, So then the cop was all like, because he asked me if I want to press charges, then she comes over the radio saying that shit. And I'm all like, all right, you know what, press charges, take this bitch to jail. So yeah, she went to jail. That shit was funny as fuck. My mother gave her an apology letter, because, whatever. But, yeah, so that was my good story for tonight. All right, you guys have a good night.
He ain't lying, man. It's hard being a black man. No, I'll tell you something, well, it used to be something that happened. Good memory, though, by the way. Good job. No, it is. You know what? How many of you in here have black friends? For those of you who don't, I'm just going to tell you a little something about black people. We'll call them fun facts about black people. Do that, right? I'm just going to give you little tidbits to help you along the way. I don't need any misunderstandings, okay? Like, say what?
All never dogs,
I don't know what the fuck they got to do with black men. You know what? I'm going to bring out the next guy. We'll pick this song out. Y'all show some love for Bob Howard.
Thanks for coming out and supporting live local comedy. We know you have a lot of places to spend the entertainment dollars, so this must have been the cheapest. It's a pretty good crowd out here tonight. There's a lot more people than when I opened for the Mel Gibson Film Festival at the Jewish Community Center. Mel Gibson trivia. After he made that movie about Jesus, he opened a chain of boutiques that specialized in sandals and white robes. They called it the Fashion of the Christ. They had a line of nails that was to die for. They're trying to take the company public, but they got crucified. Come on, pretty brave doing Jesus jokes on a Sunday. No, we know God has a sense of humor. That's the only way to explain Apache Junction. Or Glendale. I live in Scottsdale. You know the difference between Glendale and Scottsdale? Glendale's where people in Scottsdale go to buy their stuff back. Round of applause. Anybody here from Glendale? Great, the buses are running. Okay. So this is the slightly balding old guy part of the show. I won't be up here very long. I usually put out a silver look whenever I leave the home. And at my age, I gotta go pee every 10 minutes. So I represent the VRC demographic. People most likely to go on a Viking river cruise. 5 more years, I'll be old enough to run for president. I already know how to trip on the stairs going up to the airplane. My memory is actually improving. I'm starting to remember things that never even happened. What do you think, pretty snappy outfit? According to the TJ Maxx 20 Grandpa collection. The tagline is, Grandma will never know what hit her. With every purchase, they give you a year's supply of ED meds. Now, I've been married 30 years, so a year's supply for me is like 2 tablets. I sell the extras on OfferUp. So back in January, the Golden Globes gave out an award for Best Comedy Performance. Spoiler alert, nobody you're going to see tonight. Now, I don't have the Golden Globe, but I am part of the Silver Sneakers program. Actually, I'm pretty happy the way I've done the comedy contests over the years. Last year, I came in second in the over age 60 contest at Cactus Jacks. They tried to get the guy who came in first for tonight, but he died. Fentanyl overdose. Yeah, apparently all those little blue pills look alike. That's what he gets for buying drugs on OfferUp. So I'm what you call a baby boomer survivor. My crib had lead paint. They drove me around in cars without seatbelts. I had measles, bumps, and chicken pox. Flew on airplanes with secondhand smoke. Went to schools with asbestos in the ceiling. Lived in houses that didn't have smoke detectors. Went to the park all by myself. Never wore a bicycle helmet or sunblock. Played with lawn darts. Drank water out of the garden hose. Moved out of my parents' house before I was age 20, and I never got a trophy for just participating. I can write all that stuff down in cursive. Not going to tell you I walked 20 miles through the snow to get to school, but I did wade across 8 feet of shag carpeting to change the channel. Tell you a few things about boomers. We get stiff in all the wrong places for all the wrong reasons. Boomers know exactly what to do in case of a nuclear attack. Drive to the closest school and get under the desk. We have no idea where the cloud is or how to get there. That's what 8-year-old grandchildren are for, right? If there's an event and I can't print off a hard copy ticket, yeah, I'm not going. I say, put it in your Google Wallet. It took me 3 weeks to program Alexa to flip a clock. Now, we don't get triggered too easily. Our parents use the Tito style of parenting. Traumatize early, traumatize often. 8 words a boomer never heard on the 6 o'clock news. Be advised, the following video may be disturbing. Oh, please. We watched Ruby shoot Oswald on live television in '63. We've been disturbed ever since. I said that in a show. Millennium comes up to me afterward. He says, "Who the heck is Ruby Oswald?" I said, "That's the person that drove the white Bronco into the Twin Towers." Read this study and said that most single women these days are dating men that are 20 years younger than they are. Ooh, that's good for all you single gals. I'm married though. It's important information for me because I need to stay married. Best thing I want is a 94-year-old woman hitting on me. Said that at a show out in Sun Lakes. Voice comes out of the back. What's wrong with 94-year-old women? I said, well, it depends. So I gotta get out here, but I'm going to share this with you. I'm really happy with the way comedy career has been going. Last night I got a call. I'm going to Vegas. Well, what they tell me, the timeshare presentation only lasts like 2 hours. Thanks a lot, Howard.
This next comedian coming out short. Gonna get some. Fun fact about a black person. Let's see how this goes. Black people will use their work computer to look for another job. We'll do that shit. Y'all know we will. I'll give you some more later. I don't want to mess up her name because she's a Latina and the motherfuckers don't buddy. Y'all ready? Gotta roll my R's. Hold on, what the lips. Show some love for Audi. La Liga.
Hey, how's everyone doing, my love? I have a question. I've been doing comedy for like a year and some change, right? And so sometimes our lineups are fucking huge, right? So every time a comic comes out, you're like, hey, how are you feeling? You're like, oh. We say break the first 10 comics, right? You guys get tired of that? Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Mama? So sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that can sound very sexy and fucking scary at the same time. Just kidding, I'm Latina. Our pronouns are crazy. That's the only thing we identify with. That's the only thing we identify with, right? But bring back our Tupperware. Yeah, we'll feed you, but shit, we need that shit back. A common question I get is if I'm gay, right? And you guys think I'm gay? Woo! Yeah. Then my last show, no one said what I was like, damn, nobody will fuck me, shit. Nobody will fuck me, shit. But not for free, shit. I'm taking something, shit. I'm from a Latino culture, right? So if I bring you home, you gotta be worth it, dude. You gotta be fucking worth it. Because my family would be like, once I bring you home, they're like, I knew you were a fucking Pinocha eater. All those years you played softball, girl, shit, I knew. Right? My tias would come up to me and would be like, Mijita, no men like you? I'm like, none of your baby dads like you? What you mean? None of them like you? All 5 of them? No, that get personal in the back. But we all have that tia, right? She always carries coke on her. She does coke at the wrong time. You're like, wait a minute, girl. God is watching you. And a Catholic church on top of that, right? But she was also the tia that would take off her bra and throw it in the bonfire. Right? I'm like, hey, girl, you're the reason why they made bras. I'm gonna put that hoodie back on. There's kids out here. Your kids aren't out here. You know what I mean? She's like, yeah, she gets all fucked up and does that, right? So yeah, if I bring you home, you better be worth it. And I get also, if you would bring someone home, who's someone in your family they gotta watch out for on every fucking body? Oh my, everybody. My tios are alcoholics, my tios are cokeheads. You better watch out for every fucking body here. But I have to say, going back to the whole gay part, lesbians like me more than me. Dude, what I I tell myself in the mirror? I'm like, all right, mama, find the calm in the storm. All right, let's get it. All right, when a lesbian sees me, they're like, damn, girl, is that all your real hair? I'm like, yeah, wow, you're beautiful. Yeah. Is that, you have a perfect voice for radio. I could listen to you all day. I'm like, shit, fuck the pressure, motherfucker. I get to hang out with a lesbian. The same thing is like, how can you go to like do all these like gay shows and like pride shit? I was like, shit, I go where I'm celebrated and not where I'm tolerated. They fuck with me there. You tolerate me here. When another straight girl, they're like, you know, and every girl can relate, and some dudes can see when you come across another girl, either they're like, hey mama, how you doing? Or they just look at you up and down like, I don't know. And competition, I'm like, look girl, I got mismatching socks. All I need to do is take you back to my family. They'll roast me since I was in 3rd grade, girl. They're like, you know what she fucking did? I hate my dad. But there's one lesbian, and she's the only comic, and I asked her permission if I could use her in a bit. She's the only female comic that did a set topless. I was like, right? I was like, man, that's some fucking confidence, man. You already gotta be confident to sit on this fucking stage and hold this mic, right? And she was like, all right, went into the stage, got close to everybody. And I'm like, oh shit, man. And she looked directly at me.
Yeah, let me get a.
And I'm like, don't start. Don't do this.
Let me get a fried
Don't start. And I could never do topless. Even though like me and my friend talk about shit. I was like, yeah, right, I got my nipples pierced. You ever seen that desk? I don't know what it's called, but that desk thing with the marbles? I ain't trying to feel that bad about my motherfucking stuff. Keep my clothes on, bitch. And then so she was like, you doing anything tonight? I was like, yeah, sleep, Mom. I'm 34. I'm tired. This is my Audi. You see how much air this fucking takes? I'm like, no, I'm going to sleep, Mom. I'm not that tired. The devil's out at night. Fuck. It is. You should know. Okay. And she just like, well, if you're not gay, what kind of thing are you into? What kind of people are you into? I was like, big dudes. I love me a big dude. I like to feel secure, warm. I love, right? And I was like, she's not even sitting next to a big dude. She's like, she's like, I see what you mean, right? But if you date a big dude, just remember, they get cramps during sex. So I'll be laying there naked in the middle of the bed. They're like, oh, hey, 1 second, hold on, Mom. I was like, oh, shit. So he's like walking back and forth. I'm like, hey, you need pickle juice? You need some Gatorade? You want me to roll blood? What you want? I'm like, hey, we watching a movie now? But yeah, I fuck with big dudes, right? Also, I just wanted to, I never know how to end my shows. So in honor of Bernie Mac, since his death anniversary was yesterday, give it up for Bernie Mac. Right? I never know how to end my shows, and I'm glad I saw this. And he says, when you go out, all you gotta do is thank the crowd, thank the program, and thank God, and sit your ass down. So in that case, in honor of Bernie Mac, I want to thank you guys for all each and coming out, supporting my father. I want to thank the Improv for allowing me to perform here tonight. It's my first time. Especially to be from Tucson. And I thank God. God's good, man. Get home safe. Bye.
Scared of you motherfuckers. I'm sorry, I don't do imitation. My bad. Sorry about that. Another fun fact about black people. Whatever you do, don't scare a black person. You know how you go, ooh, when somebody comes around the corner, don't do that. Black people don't get scared, we get mad. Like, motherfucker, don't you ever like that? Damn, I was trying to be funny. You ready for your next comedian?
Show some love for Carrie Wells.
Howdy everyone, once again for Audi, the only good thing to ever come out of Tucson. I am Carrie Wells, I am 25 years old, and I am a liar. It is also my first time here. I'm very excited, you guys. Thank you. I grew up here in Arizona, so this is like our OG comedy club. Anyone else go to high school here in the Valley? I love you. The rest of you are smart. They didn't do a very good job with us, you guys. And I didn't even notice that till recently, when I was surprised by about 90% of the plot of Hamilton. I think I should have known most of that. And it turns out all I knew was he was killed by Aaron Burr, right? But I learned that in the 90s in a commercial for milk. I have not learned why we have commercials for milk. But you guys know about it, right? Still happens today though. Like go onto Instagram and you see the Kardashians doing ads for the Dairy Council, and they're posing with their cute little milk mustaches. It's the Kardashians. That's not milk. Figure that out. But I don't like not knowing things. I don't like feeling stupid, and that happens a lot. It happened on the way here, listening to the song "Respect" by Aretha Franklin. She's not singing about respect at all, now is she? Oh no. She's singing about, get a deep dickin', right? But you know why I was confused, right? Like getting laid doesn't seem like it would be a problem for rich ladies. I mean, if that was my house, if that was my husband, and I came home and was like, I make a 7-figure salary now, I'm gonna hand it all over to you. All you have to do, fuck me on command. That would not be a conversation. That would be my husband in the corner, pants around his ankles, helicoptering his dick faster than you could say, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me. Enough to make you crazy. It really is. And unfortunately, I am crazy. I know, it's shocking, right? A comedian who's a little nutty. Every comedian's going to come up here and tell you, I've got ADD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, I'm on the spectrum. Shut the fuck up. It's pathology, not a personality, okay? And this is the year a doctor said I should go on anxiety medication, which, look, I know that's not anything to be embarrassed about, right? I know it because a TV commercial paid for by the pharmaceutical company told me so. And I don't know if you guys know these assholes that think like you can fix any ailment with exercise, supplements, and herbs, right? I am that asshole. That's me. So I double down. I'm at the gym every day. I'm snorting rails of supplements and butt funneling chamomile tea. None of it works. None of it. And then I see the commercial with Kristen Bell, and it's called forhers.com. Anyone seen this one? And she's telling us, ladies, don't be embarrassed to take medication for your anxiety. Don't have a glass of wine to relax. That would be alcoholism. Take drugs. You know what you should be embarrassed about? Having feelings. Knock that shit off. Shut your fat trap. And take your fucking drugs. Now that I hear myself, I think I am paraphrasing that commercial just a little bit. Now, there is a male version of that commercial, forhims.com. I'm not going to paraphrase that one for you. Hey guys, are you having trouble getting and staying hard? Look, I'm going to need to be everyone to be a little more incensed about that, because the women get the pills that mask our personality away, and the men get the boner pills. Okay, where were you? Oh, and by the way, I was trying to eat dinner when this comes on the TV. Good Lord. Hey guys, are you having trouble going from al dente ding dong to carbon fiber pop? We got you covered. Log in at 4hands.com and remember, it's not your fault. It's all because your bitch wife won't take her fucking pills. It's a little frustrating, but you know what? That's just how it's got to be. The older you get, the older I've gotten. I have gotten really cheap. Started going to a discount dentist. It's real. And it was alarming because the guy handed me a business card with his name misspelled. And I pointed it out, got the worst answer you want, which is, I never noticed that before. And you know what? Fine. I can't trust that you know how to spell your own name. Like, how do you even expect me to trust that you know how to spell Percocet? Folks, I've been Carrie Wells. Thank you.
I take medication care. I'm at that point in my life where I gotta take one of those little blue pills before me and my wife have sex or leave. The Johnson works fine, as my back has been giving me problems lately, you know? Another fun fact about black people. Black people and white people have a different relationship with the sun, you know? Like a white dude will look out his window and be like, by golly, it's a beautiful day. I should get out there and enjoy it. I'm not saying that's what you sound like, sir, just looking at you, that's what it is like. Black people hate the sun, man. We look for the shade at night. I'm serious, there's two things black people don't fuck with, the sun and saying Candyman 5 times in the middle. They walk. If I said I give you $20 to go in the bathroom, turn off all the lights and say Candyman 5 times, would you do it? Thank you. There we go. Y'all ready to be next comedian? Okay, Rob, this next guy, I don't know if I'm gonna bring up the light. Is that okay? All right, the next guy's name, his name is David Schneider, but he goes by the name Pimp.
Can you guys hear me? All right. Hey, so I have a great set up for you guys. You guys are going to love it. But real quick, I just got to address something. First off, I want to thank all the comedians that came here tonight. And let's give them a hand for them. Let's go. Especially Carrot Top, who made the wheelchair comment earlier. And, you know, I'm professional, but I'm also thug. Right? I grew up ghetto. So I'm just saying, I mean, that's really, really brave of you, considering in this room we're rolling about 6 deep. So, all right, back to the set. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. For the next 5 minutes, you all got upgraded to front row seating. See, what had happened was, yesterday was leg day. And today, I wasn't going to make it up those stairs backstage, so. But, you all get the best story at work next week. Your friend's going to say, what did you do this weekend? I played pickleball. You're going to say you laughed at a guy in a wheelchair. Named Pimp. And of course, that's when HR comes in and says, hey, we need to have a talk. No, I was very nervous about getting into stand-up. I mean, let's face it, me doing stand-up, that's false advertising, right? That's like if you went to, I don't know, like a vegan restaurant, right? And they were like secretly slipping me real bacon. Oh, this is the best vegan restaurant I've ever been to. Or, here we go. Me doing stand-up, it's kind of like a porn star with erectile dysfunction. I mean, sure, he can still show up, right? But it's not going to be the same show. But there are perks to being in a wheelchair. You ever been to Disneyland with me? Man, I am a damn fast pass on wheels. You will never wait in line again. Oh my God. But you know, that does come at a cost, right? So when I went to Disneyland, as soon as I got through those little gates, waiting in that long line, I got pulled over. I got pulled over in the wheelchair. Excuse me, sir, we need to verify your eligibility for the fast pass. That's what I said. I looked at him and I was like, really? I said, okay. So next thing I know, I'm in this like small little building. It's like a Tiny Toons building, but the inside was like a Disney-themed DMV or interrogation room. You know? Like it was real small. They had like a Disney clock on the wall, but his eyes just judged me. You know? So I'm sitting there. You know, I was like, this is no longer Disneyland. I'm on an episode of Law and Order, 88 unit. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And just add the other guys. I practiced that all week. So the interrogation begins. Can you stand? No. Can you stand for 30 seconds? Like, that's still no. And they're like, then he hits me with, well, are you able to lean up against the wall? And at this point I was done. I was like, only if it's emotionally supportive. It's like, well, okay. Can you stand up? Can you stand up for like 5 seconds? I'm like, what? Is the floor lava? Like, what's going on here? You know? I just didn't understand. So, this is a real story, by the way. This is a real deal. So, I was really excited, like, when I got to Disneyland, but, like, that process, like, that checklist of everything that I couldn't do, man, it hit hard. Like, I came to Disneyland for, like, churros, fireworks, magic, I don't know, hug a princess or more, I don't know. Instead, I left there feeling like I had failed an exam on my own existence. You know? It's okay. It's okay. I still do good with ladies, though. Right? So, I mean, in the bedroom, I'm still a fast pass. Quick entry, minimal weight. You could ride more than once. Maybe at the end, you can even get a photo at the end of the ride. Oh man, but ladies love me because they love confidence. And lucky for them, my ego is bigger than Western charges against P. Diddy. I know. It's okay, it's long enough. We can laugh at that. I know. I sound cocky, but check this out. You guys gotta understand, on my Tinder bio, it says, swipe right for a guy who will never stand you up. Yeah. Thank you so much. Swipe right for a guy who will never run around on you. Because I can't. I don't know. I think I've got it backwards for most guys. I don't know. I mean, most guys, they wanna brag that they did her so good she couldn't walk the next day. Me? I just want to find a gal who will ride me so good, I leave the wheelchair behind me like Forrest Gump. I can run, Jen. Hey, thank you guys for rolling with me, Tempe, Arizona. You guys can find me at pimp.com. That's right, PIMP.com. What up?
Another round for the Pimp, please. people. And this is important, okay, because it's a play on words, okay? For those of you that said you have some black friends, you probably already know that. Don't ask your black friends like, hey, what are you doing next weekend? Don't do that, okay? Because we don't want to commit to something that we may not want to do. Like you guys, white person, they'll tell you, oh, you know, I'm taking my son to the soccer game, then I'm taking the whole game out for Zoyo, frozen yogurt. We, black people, we want to see what you want us to do first so we can make up a lie about what we really got going on next weekend. You know? Because you could be like, what you got going on next weekend? You'd be like, nothing. Oh, cool, I need you to help me move. Oh. But we don't want to say we're not busy. You're like, damn, I got floor seats to the Suns game. You're like, fuck. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so you know, I know a lot of you came here to see her, and I really don't want to fuck up her name, but we was talking backstage, and I'm gonna fuck it up. So show some love for Lauren Sheehan.
I don't know. At this point, honestly. Y'all, I have a lot of friends here. I want to thank all of y'all for coming. Thank you. And if you're not my friend, you're not my friends. Right? Right? So I'm a server. Any other servers here? I say that no way to every single person. But I'm a server, and honestly, guys, you don't interact with a weirder demographic. Not demographic necessarily, but aliens. For lack of a better term, often. Because I swear to God, you could put 2 boomers, respectfully, and 2 tall grays across from each other at a restaurant, they wouldn't be paid for the exact same. You go up to them, you're like, what can I get you to drink? And you're like, so water is cool. Yeah, you're like, dude, have you ever been in public before? Like, are you okay? Yeah, no, but I think one of the ruder things that I've encountered as a server is breastfeeding at the table. Breastfeeding at the table. Tit out at the booth. And the booth, tit out in another human being's mouth. Like, okay. So I started to kind of I have little bits that I do at my tables and things like that. So I try to make a little joke out of it. So I go over and I say, how's the meal? They're like, oh, we haven't ordered yet. I'm like, not talking to you, mama. The little guy latched onto you. Yeah, it's an interesting excursion being a server, it really is. But I like to, at some of my sets, give you some news that I've learned on very, well-kept media outlets, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You can't lie on there. You guys know that, right? You didn't know that? No. But I like to give a little bit of news, and then, just so in case you're not laughing, at least you learn something, you know what I mean? I'm like a Snapple winner. So I saw a news article the other day that they're using rats, giant rats, as drug-sniffing animals. Rats. And I'm just glad my ex is finally doing something. Because he's about damn now. Right up here. That's for damn sure. So there's another one that said that the female octopus, if it's not in the mood to mate, and the male is, I love this, the female strangles and eats the male. Women in male fields, ladies, we are working back. You know what? Jeffrey Dahmer the octopus is like, oh shit, they're catching on. Shit. Saw another one that said that the Eiffel Tower expands 6 inches in the summer because of the way that the metal is in the summer. Science. 6 inches is so big, isn't it, ladies? Gentlemen, that's pretty big, right? All right. Who here has a 6-inch dick or bigger? That's crazy that you wouldn't lie right now. It's literally like I'm raising my hand at this point because, okay, who has a smaller than 6 inches? None of you guys want to raise your hands? I'm not gonna fact check you right now. You guys, I have a question for the group. Does anyone like pulp? No. Who is that? Is that Elijah? Sir, no one likes pulp. You guys, I was at an Airbnb in California for a wedding one time, My friend goes out to the store and she willingly bought lots of pulp. Who the fuck? Who was sitting at Tropicana and was like, I've got a brilliant idea. It's food, but it's also a beverage. And you can mix it with it. Yeah, they're like, yes, sell it. No one else is down for that though. If you like pulp, you're not my friend. I'm sorry. I've noticed that I kind of live by 3 different P's while I'm dating, and that's kind of, you know, we all know the 3 P's, right? Right? You know, penis or pussy, whatever we want to call it, obviously. And personality, also, obviously. The 3rd is going to be pulse. We just want to make sure that they are actually alive. This is getting hard out here, y'all. I feel like there's a reason that dating apps kind of rhyme with really not great words. Hinge, cringe, Tinder, fuck. Bumble wants you to stay humble because every time that you get the most compatible, you're like, that one? Are you sure? That guy's missing 3 teeth. I don't know about that. I don't know. And he's nice. I bet he has a great personality. But does he have a pulse? We'll have to find out. You guys doing okay? Yeah? Is anyone here from the East Coast? Anybody? Can I get a hand? Hand raise? Anybody here? Got an East Coaster over here. Where are you from? Virginia. Okay. Racist. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I just moved here from Boston. I found that East Coasters are kind of assholes, but like in a fun way. And like, you know how they say massholes are the ones driving out there. They'll say, oh, they won't let you merge. Guys, out here is way worse. Y'all don't know how to drive. And my thing is, we have some class. People aren't from here over there, but I moved here from Boston. And in Boston, if they're cutting you off, they're cutting you off. Like you don't have a prayer. They're like, oh, here we go. I'm going. That's me. Here it's like, hey. So sorry, but I'm gonna call you the fuck off. There's no warning. You guys, I've almost gotten into a lot of accidents here, and that is crazy because I only text and drive like 80% of the time. Yeah, it's not good. It's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'll leave you guys on this. Why do we have birth certificates? Literally standing right here. Why do you need to know it in writing? Alright, well, you guys are fucking awesome. I hope y'all have a great rest of your life. Round of applause for all the comedians here at the
panel. Oh, that reminds me, I know a lot of you are closing your tabs out, and I share your frustration. We live in a society where everybody wants a tip for doing nothing. Like a motherfucker just hand you a bag and turn the thing around and give you a tip. I'm like, I'm not ashamed, like no tip. Fuck, I'm gonna tip you for you literally just handed me a bag, bitch. I had to come out of 120-degree heat to pick this up, and I'm supposed to give you some money. Fuck you, man. But that's not the case for the people working here tonight. Okay? They working their ass off. So please do me a favor and tip accordingly, okay? Y'all ready for your next comedian? We only got 2 more left, okay? I know that a lot of you came out here to see him too. We're gonna show some love for Martin Kempa.
What is up? Tempe. I got called the YN the other day, man. They're referring to us as a group of people, and I was among them. But I did make the mistake of saying, well, what's a YN? Oh, you're not a YN, man. I was like, I can be. Nah, you're an hunk, obviously. Ask me what a YN is. It's okay though. I'm 33, I'm engaged. It's fine. I stopped making new friends recently. And that's okay. I've had the same friends. I've had the same group of 5 friends for the past like 15 years. And that's all you need. One's a mechanic, a doctor, a lawyer, a contractor, and one of those motherfuckers can done. They all fill Bible roles in our friend group. What am I going to make friends with my friends' kids' dads, my wife's fucking friends' husbands? So I can ask them what they do for work. They tell me they're in fucking construction. And I ask them what kind of construction, what's their trade. I can do a little bit of everything, man. You can't do shit if I ask you what your trade is. I'll tell you a little bit of everything. You gotta be a fucking plumber, electrician, earthworks, fucking, be specific, a little bit of everything. You can't do shit for me. What? Fucking talk to me, Brian. I choose friends like Pokemon cards. Some are valuable, some are trash, end up in a trash pile. Nice dentist, pilot, nice mechanic, tax lawyer, nice open tow truck, sweet, eat pile. Let's see this other pile here. Herbalife, Indian shoe repair, shoe reseller, Pokemon card reseller, nurse, real estate agent, okay, real estate agent again, Herbalife, real estate agent, nurse, trash. And that's okay. You find like a shiny Charizard in there, or a Mickey Mouse card for you, a friend that's a trust fund baby, that's what you want. That's what you want to fucking find. They take you on trips, long trips, walking coast and shit. Dreaming that shit. But not yet. But God knew not to give me that kind of money, man. Every night I'd be having axolotls and steaks, just like the Aztecs. They're beautiful. I had one that had a lobster tank. Axolotl. My brother-in-law came out here tonight. He's young and strong and rich and single, ladies, but he's gonna introduce himself as Horatio. He's gonna introduce himself as Horatio, knowing damn well he's got a brother at home named Cuauhtémoc Popocatépetl, and he's gonna introduce himself as Horatio. Fucking Alaska. Getting old, that's okay. Getting old. I'm falling for those AI tricks online. Sending videos to my friend. This is fucking coming off this clip. It's got wings. It's real. You see this cat jump off this roof? It's got wings. Fucking sick. It's fucking there. Sorry I sent that. That was entertaining. But I'm not the only one. I got my uncle on Instagram. And he's over there liking girls that are AI. He's writing in the comments, a ver las titties. For those that don't understand, it loosely translates to, let's see the titties. So I go through each comment, and I'm liking each one of his comments. He said, a ver las titties, so that he knows that I approve. He likes it. That's my time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out in here with us tonight. Y'all ready for your last comedian? Now this next guy coming up, you're in luck, okay? He's a local legend, all right? He's won several contests. I've had the pleasure of working with him for 5 years. Funny as fuck, okay? Show some love for Dietri Shelton.
It is a German last name. I asked my mother, why would you give me this last name for first name? And she said, it sounded enough like a white people name, so that when you get older, you can get a job. I have been on this earth for 43 years. I've been on this earth for 43 years. I have met 4 other Dietrichs, all of them black. This is the whitest black name in the history of white people black names. This is the blackest name that doesn't start with la, ja, da, or ta. La Marcus, da Marcus, ja Marcus, ta Marcus. Well done, Sheila. It's backfired on me. Now the thing is, my mother is not the name snob. It was my grandmother. My grandmother was a name snob. I remember how mad she got when she found out Bonquisha was a name. She's like, what kind of name is Bonquisha? You know, she's not going to get a good job or even finish high school. Like, hold on. Someone had to be the first one to name their child Mark, Stephen, Daniel. Someone had to step outside the box. Could you imagine during the caveman days, like, what kind of name is Steve? Him not going to get a good job or finish high school. Should have given him a respectable name like Auger. Something else about me. I am allergic to things. I am allergic to onions and avocado, which means Mexican food out of the question. Okay, I'm sorry. Good Mexican food is out of the question. I think I'm allowed to talk about. And so when I go to restaurants, I have to make special orders. And I have to say it in a way, I have to make the order in a way that says, I'm not trying to be a dick, I just want to live. Now, in the waitress's defense, there were no onions on the burger. There were onions on the plate. So I'm like, well, what do you think you're doing? She's like, well, there are only a little bit of onions. I'm like, well, good, I'll only be a little bit. And she's like, I don't like your attitude. I'm like, well, Bonquisha, you should have finished high school. Okay, let's talk about Diddy. Diddy, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Tell me, what do y'all think happened? Do y'all think that they just replenished that day, got to 1,000, or they worked their way from a higher number from 1,000 down to 1,000? You know, took one down, passed it around 999 bottles. And do you guys remember he tried to blame Costco, like, oh no, I got that in bulk. And Costco immediately was like, we don't sell Johnsons. We certainly don't sell them like that. Which was the most corporate way I've ever heard anyone say, keep my name out your mouth. And I think Trump is going to pardon him. I think Trump is going to pardon him. And which means all of these corporations are going to backpedal and give him brand deals. All like, ain't no party like a Diddy party, and ain't no Diddy party without Johnsons. I am on the autism spectrum. I possess Asperger's. It doesn't possess me. I have a hard time reading body language and social cues. I also have a tendency to either overreact to situations or I underreact. I will give you an example of both things happening in the same situation. So, I'm standing in line, and this lady decides to try to cut me in line, and I'm like, look, sweetie, you're gonna have to wait your turn. And she's like, don't call me sweetie. I'm like, look, bitch, you're gonna have to wait your turn. I mean, was that better? And as a result of my inability to effectively communicate, I have a hard time picking up on the ladies. It's not bad luck, it's not bad timing, it's me. Like this one lady says to me, Dietri, you have nice lips, does that mean you're a good kisser? To which my response should have been, oh, you know I do my thing. But no, not my social retarded ass, no. Instead, my response was, I don't know, I've never kissed me. Which, by the way, is the correct answer, not the right answer. Because 3 days later, yes, it took me 3 days to realize, oh shit, I think she was hitting on me. So, I've never kissed me, but I definitely fucked me. When I do get a chance to get with women, it's usually white women. I participate in the interracial festivities. I play in the snow. Matter of fact, I was having the sex with this Caucasian lady. And she whispers in my ear, can I say the N-word? Let me explain. I don't get to have the sex very often. So I wasn't going to ruin it by say no. Other black people get mad at me and I have to let them know, look, letting some white bitch call me a nigger, not the worst thing anybody's ever done for pussy. I thought to myself, maybe this will be sexy. That's my mind actually went there. And then I heard it out loud. It was not sexy. She dropped the hard R, I gave her the hard D. What followed was the most angry militant finish in history. Not only did I come, I overcame. I told that joke, and after the show, I was asked by an African American lady, why don't you date black women? Are you ashamed of who you are and where you come from? To which I'm like, no, I don't date black women because black women don't date me. You can only date who will date you back, otherwise that's not dating, that's kidnapping. Now, here's the thing, I make fun of racism because there's only two ways to deal with things. You can either laugh or cry. And I do not believe racism is worthy of something as beautiful as my tears. So I choose to scorn it with my laughter. And sometimes it's just too stupid to be offended by. Like, I get a text message that says, not to be racist, which means, here comes the racism. Is it true black people have an extra muscle and bone in their leg for running and jumping ability? To which I responded, we don't discuss with outsiders. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dietri Shelton. If you enjoyed me, come see me after the show because I don't think that's horrible. And follow me on Instagram at DTrickMe. DTrickMe. Thank you very much.
One more time for Dietri, please. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something about this comedy thing, man. Especially when you got some newer people up here. We feed off of the energy you guys give us, and y'all gave us some great ass energy tonight. We appreciate it. All right? Now don't forget, if you want to come up here and try this out, newfacesaz@gmail.com, newfacesaz@gmail.com. You can follow me at Instagram, Doug Brown Comedy on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Please get home safe, all right?
So bad, I know all of that.
It's on next Sunday, yeah.
Next Sunday, is that already booked out?
You want that one?
No, I didn't reach out.
If you can bring it, I'll put you down.
Oh, right on.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, I'll what you call? I'll send you the ticket.